Hi, I'm Aiman, and welcome back to one of my DIY videos. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to find the model number for your stovetop, range, or any similar appliance. You might come to this video because you're trying to do repairs to your appliance, and while you know what brand it is, you're not exactly sure what model it is. In our case, we have a Samsung stovetop that we bought 5 years ago, and we want to do some repairs to it, but we weren't sure what model it was at first because we misplaced the manual. And that's the similar case for a lot of people. Some people even throw away the manual. And we couldn't find, it was hard to find the model name on the actual stovetop. So if you are experiencing a similar problem and you've looked all around the appliance for the model number, for example, you might have looked in the back. And actually, if you look in the back of this stovetop, the model number isn't there. So you might be wondering, where is it? In this video, I'm going to show you that it's actually in a quite common place, and it's kind of like how to find the important information in a car. If you think about a car, to find the air pressure that you need to fill a tire with, you just open the door. And that's what we're going to do right here. Wrong door. This door. If you look right here behind the drawer, you can see all the important manufacturer information, including the model number and the serial number. So, very simple. If you want to find the serial number for your the model number for your appliance or serial number, then you should look behind the door, either the drawer door or the oven door of your appliance. Once you get that serial number or that model number, you can Google it and just make sure that the model number matches the model that you have. In our case, we Googled it and we found out that the name of this stovetop is a Samsung 5.9 cubic feet freestanding electric range with Flex Duo, 2 dual pair stainless steel. And if you're lucky, you'll be able to find the model number on the oven itself. In our case, if we look closely, you can see that it's branded Flex Duo, so that's the model name. And on some older appliances, you actually can find the sticker, the model number on the back of the appliance. But nowadays, it's very common to see them behind the oven door. This is a very helpful video if, like us, you were trying to do repairs on your stove and you just needed to find out what the model number was so you could buy replacement parts. And that's what we're doing, actually. If you're interested in seeing our repair, and also if you're interested in seeing the back panel of this oven, go check out my next few videos on us replacing some burners because our stovetop is malfunctioning. So go check that out if you're interested, but that's going to be it for this video. Let me know if this helped you out in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm Aiman, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and look at videos on EyeOnAiman, especially the videos on DIY repair stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. For now, I'm Aiman and signing out. Peace. So we're gonna get right to it. This might be very difficult for people who don't have a lot of range, but one way you can get leverage is to pull out the bottom drawer. It should be okay. Now, in that case, it fell off. You can see where exactly it might be supported and where it all screws in. So to help you with your research, these switches are called by many different names. One is infinite switch, surface element switch, a burner switch because it controls burners. You might hear people call them regulators. I think the genuine one is $180. We got this aftermarket. I think it's about $70. So if you really need to replace this, definitely recommend Amazon. Okay. So, not sure what really happened, but my theory is that when we plugged it in, this metal contact sort of caved in. We were actually plugging it in between the contact and the plastic. And even if the contact itself is not tight enough, it's easy to fix with a needle nose plier to sort of tighten that up and squeeze it in, grip it in more. But now when we plug it in, we have a pretty tight fit. But now that they're all rewired, we want to make sure that the we want to make sure that the top is again facing the top side. Is it focusing? Yeah, make sure that the top is facing the top and loop it back too. Then we want to screw it back on.